deficit to defeat the Red Sox and jump back into second place in the AL East. Tonight, big right-hander Jeff Neiman goes to the hill in Game 2 of this pivotal 3-game series versus Boston. Catch all the action on Sun Sports. It has been raining in and around the Tampa Bay area. In fact, rain in the Tropicana Field neighborhood, but not inside Tropicana Field, where tonight in Game 2 of this series, the Tampa Bay Rays play host to the Boston Red Sox. Following last night's comeback victory for the Rays, they have leapfrogged the Boston Ball Club. The Rays now running second in the American League East. They are 2 full games back of New York. Boston 2.5 back. Hi again, everyone, and welcome to an evening of Rays baseball with Kevin Kennedy. I'm Dwayne Stats. Great to have you looking in. We'll be hearing again from Todd Callis in just a few moments. Rays winners last night, 6-5, a 1-run victory for the Rays. Carl Crawford, a big part of that. Kevin, 3 more hits for Carl last night. Great defensive play. And I don't know if he could play any better than he has this last week leading up to the All-Star game.
A little bit of that with a sore shoulder, too. He missed some games in the last homestand, yet he has played through that. It's not stopping him from swinging the bat in his last 7 games overall. A .429 batting average, 4 doubles, 4 RBIs, 7 runs scored to go with that. He's driving the ball. He's hanging in there. He's grinding out at bats. Great defensive plays, including this play last night, laying out on a ball to left center field hit by Marco Scutaro. He's just absolutely outstanding. His .320 batting average is now 10th in the American League.
And for the Rays, it will be the right-hander Jeff Neiman on the hill. He has 6 wins this year, but Kevin, with a little more support, he could just as easily have 9.
Yeah, his overall ERA is 5th in the American League. Jeff Neiman at the Trop, he's 2-2 with a 2.44 ERA, a 2.11 opponent's batting average against. That ERA that's 5th in the American League is 2.80. He's 6-2 overall. Batting average against is 2.19. That's 5th in the American League. Those are all-star worthy numbers. Probably not selected only because he doesn't have 9 or 10 wins at this point.
His last win came on the 8th of June when he threw the 2-hit shutout against Toronto. Tonight he looks for number 7. He is 6-2 with that earned run mark of 2.80. He draws as his pitching opponent Felix Dubron, making his second start for the Boston Red Sox. And when we come back, Red Sox and the Rays all set to square off. The Rays have 3 All-Stars. There's talk of another one, and why not?
A crowd of 28,500 plus watching the Rays comfort behind victory against the Red Sox, pushing Tampa Bay into second place in the AL East. The Rays wouldn't be in second place in this division without their closer, Rafael Soriano, who has been nothing short of spectacular this year. Soriano has been on his own program from the start. What a program it's been. He has been credited with one blown save, and it came in that place, the Florida Marlins home stadium, Sun Life Stadium, but it really shouldn't have been a blown save. Came on in the 8th inning, first and third, one-run lead, didn't allow a hit, only run scored on an error by Evan Longoria, yet it still counts as a blown save, or else he would be perfect. In my mind, he still is perfect as you look at his numbers. 32 appearances, 2-0, 22 out of 23. Imperfect perfection for Soriano this year. And we will hear from Joe Madden and John Jaso with their thoughts on the Rays closer.
I know it's hard to pick this team. I've been there. I understand that. But a guy that truly has been 100% on the money in a very good division and really has done it in a very big league way. I mean, mostly 1, 2, 3 innings, sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, but really love this man, and I truly believe he deserves to be on this team. I do understand the difficulty picking it, but if anybody deserves it, he does.
I love it, man. He gets up there, and his demeanor is just like, I've been in this situation a million times. This is nothing new to me, and I love that, you know. And, I mean, we're facing the Red Sox, top of the order, all that stuff, one-run game. And it looks like, you know, he's been here thousands of times, and it's great to have somebody like that, you know, to shut down these games.
In 13 seasons, Rays fans have never had more confidence in their closer than Rafael Soriano this season. He continues to get the job done and could be an all-star before it's all said and done. We're ready for baseball. Dwayne and Kevin with all the action next.
Where there's no credit needed and up to 6 months, same as cash. And by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Welcome back to Tropicana Field, where the Rays and the Red Sox meet for the second time in as many days. Second game of this 3-game series. Rays winners last night, 6-5. We'll take a look at the Boston lineup with Marco Scutaro leading off, followed by Eric Patterson, who had 2 home runs last night, his first career multi-home run game. David Ortiz, the DH, hits third in front of Kevin Youkilis and Adrian Beltre. J.D. Drew hits 6th. Daniel Nava is in left field with Bill Hall at second, and Kevin Cash will do the catching, hitting ninth.
Jeff Neiman on the mound for the Rays, coming off a no-decision good outing at Minnesota where the Rays won that game overall. This is his 17th. He does have a complete game. He's 6-2 with a 2.80 earned run average in 106 innings. Been very consistent all season long. Very low batting average against in the American League, only 219. Lefties hitting 226. Righties only 203. And the defense behind Jeff tonight in left field, Carl Crawford, DJ Upton back out there in center, and Gabe Kapler in right. Around the infield, Evan Longoria, Jason Bartlett, Sean Rodriguez, and Carlos Pena. And behind the plate, it's John Jaso doing the game calling for Jeff Neiman.
So Joe Madden's club with 49 wins and 33 losses. And he sends Neiman to the hill to face Marco Scutaro, the Boston shortstop. Scutaro hitting 279, and the first pitch of this game is a fastball, and it's in there for a strike call. James Hoy, who has just joined the Major League umpiring crew this year for the first time as a full-time umpire, is calling the balls and strikes. Hoy out of Ohio State University. Strike two, a couple of fastballs to start Scutaro.
Now the Red Sox do come in second in the American League in on-base percentage at .351, but that's the way to help eliminate that. Strike one, strike two.
Scutaro pounds one up the right side out of play. Scutaro opened the game last night with a bunt base hit. That was his only hit of the night. He went 1 for 5. But that bunt hit did lead to a first inning run. A ball and 2 strikes the count. To center, and Upton is there waiting for it, makes the catch. That will be out number 1.
Good sequence by Jeff. A couple of fastballs, trying to slide her in the dirt, and comes back in with a fastball in on the hands.
And now Eric Patterson. Patterson hit his 5th and 6th home runs of the season last night, but his first 2 in a Boston Red Sox uniform. He had a couple breaking pitches out. First pitch is a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, he was definitely looking to launch, and he hit 2 blasts last night, one on a slider, one on a curveball.
Pitch is away, and it's 1-1. Jeff Neiman facing the Red Sox for the 3rd time in his career, the 2nd time this season. And he has Patterson down on the count. He was out in front of a changeup.
Yeah, that's a good pitch right there. Had that split grip. Excellent arm speed, 83 miles an hour. Jeff's numbers versus the Sox.
Patterson gave it a look and held up in time. Laz Diaz down at 3rd, says he checked. 2-2.
He doubles up on the off speed. This does hold up. One thing we noted last night, didn't see many changeups from the Rays pitching staff, especially against some of these lefties, and that's a good neutralizer right there for a hitter like Eric Patterson.
Baseball up and away. The count goes full. Well, that's one of the things that really recommends Neiman's success the last year and a half. He's really always, in a sense, but really recently has become a great student of the game. Count full here, and he'll have another 3-2 pitch to make. Now, there's a reason for almost everything he tries to accomplish.
Yeah, he's been, I mean, from the day one, really, last year, even that first start against Baltimore, where he gave up a grand slam home run. After that, he's been really one of the most consistent guys here.
A chopper to second, handled by Sean Rodriguez. Patterson is the second out. Fly ball to center and a chopper to second. 2 up and 2 down.
But you know Jeff was studying last night what Eric Patterson hit. You know, a curveball down and into his swing, a slider just hung up there. Had it been a good one, a different story, but there was nothing really going away from his swing last night. And, you know, you put a couple split-fingered fastballs like that in Eric's mind, you know, that'll take the edge off a little bit. You can't, and Jeff will throw that behind the count, too.
Now it's David Ortiz, the designated hitter. The pitch just missed. An opening fastball. Down a little bit. A ball, no strikes.
David Ortiz will participate in the home run derby next Monday. He said he would, and they've agreed to say, hey, David, come on.
1-1. Pitch away, and he fouls it away.
You know, there's always a question about, does a home run derby hurt hitters? I think for Bobby Abreu, and I think even a little bit Josh Hamilton wore him out a couple of years ago in New York. David, I don't think for his type of swing, that's what he is. He's a pure 40-plus home run hitter.
And a liner that will skip past Rodriguez and head for the corner. Kapler will play the carom, and Ortiz is on his way to second. He hit that one through the shift, just out of the reach of the diving Sean Rodriguez.
Well, Sean gave it a nice effort. They had him played almost perfectly. You can see where Sean is. Ball just short hops over his glove. He had some topspin on that swing, but a nice effort once again by Sean Rodriguez. And once it got by him, it was a sure double. It's tough to beat that shift.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Absolutely. So Ortiz continues his hot hitting. And Rodriguez got something in his eye coming out of that diving attempt. But Sean's all right. Ron Porterfield at the ready, just in case.
He's ready.
He's always ready.
He's ready to charge.
Now Kevin Youkilis is the hitter. Looks at a breaking ball. That curveball down and away. Youkilis always ready to hit, but a guy with a great eye. He's very aggressive. That's a strike. And Kevin, I don't know of any hitter that I've seen, I think, who is as aggressive as he is and yet as selective as he is.
No, I agree. I think he's one of the top 4 or 5 hitters in baseball for that reason. I mean, he's scary up there because he's such a great run producer, and he uses the field. He goes the other way, but he's always ready to hit, always ready to attack. Yet he's got an excellent 1-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio coming in. 52 strikeouts, 51 walks.
Yeah, he's second in the league in walks, and yet he's up there, I mean, ready to jump on every pitch that's close.
Yeah, he's in hit mode first, take mode second, but he tracks the ball well. He has great pitch recognition almost immediately out of the pitcher's hand. That's what makes him so tough.
Two and one to count. And a ground ball headed to short. Bartlett has it, and the throw to first in time. So that retires the side. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We're headed into the bottom half of the Rodriguez continues to swing a hot bat. He is 7th ahead of John Jaso and Jason Bartlett.
Well, with all the injuries for the Red Sox, they've got a youngster on the mound, 22-year-old rookie, Felix Doubront, who's got one start in the big leagues. He beat the Dodgers on the 18th of June in 5 innings. He did give up 5 runs, 3 of those earned. 83 pitches overall. Fastball about 92, 93. He's got a swing and miss changeup, so the reports say, and Dodgers saw a little bit of that, but they're working on the curveball, so we'll see. Of course, how many lefties have the Rays seen that have fastball changeup this year?
That's they've seen a lot of them, and interestingly enough, while the Rays have hit only .240 off left-handed pitching, they're 20-9 in games in which the opposition has started a left-hander. Upton takes the first pitch down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. So we'll see what the young lefty Felix Doubront has to offer. And there's a strike away from Upton. It's 1-1. Upton hitting .228 right now. And that's a strike. 1-2. BJ's on base percentage coming into play tonight, .321. This one is down. 2-2.
4 fastballs so far. That was the hardest one at 91. We've seen 87 and 91, and that's pretty much the book on him. Top out about 92 at times.
And Upton hits a fly ball into center field. Patterson goes back and makes the catch. So Upton is the first out.
The defense for the Boston Red Sox tonight. Daniel Nava gets a start in left field. Eric Patterson in center tonight. Mike Cameron sits. J.D. Druin right around the infield. Adrian Beltre, Marco Scudero, Bill Hall, and Kevin Youkilis, and Kevin Cash once again behind the plate.
And here's Crawford. Carl hitting .320. And a double, 2 singles, a run batted in, and a run scored last night, and a great catch. One and one to count. A couple of constants in the Rays lineups here for most of the year. Number 1, Carl Crawford in the second spot. And Evan Longoria did spend a lot of time hitting cleanup early, but recently he's been in that number 3 position day in and day out. Ooh, this one sails right over Carl's head. That pitch got away. An attempt at a curveball there, and it just slipped away from the young lefty.
Well, you and I both did our homework from different sources from the Red Sox that say that everybody we talked to said he's working on the curve.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what we heard from independent sources.
Yes.
Fastball, changeup, and he's working on the curve. Carl stays alive with a fastball away, foul that way.
So when you're ahead of the count, that's the time to work on the curve.
Yeah, that's it.
It's time to show it. Yeah, the constant, you're right. Carl hitting 2 and Longoria 3. That's, take your chances with that every single night.
And you know, the interesting thing with Upton back in the lineup and in that leadoff spot, the Rays really continue to look for a leadoff guy. I mean, that's a spot that's there for the taking. And when you think about what Crawford has done with men on base this year in scoring position, especially, Carl's hit over 380, and then you have Longoria next. If the Rays could develop that consistent leadoff guy, that would be a major step forward for the offense to try to develop some consistency, because the Rays they've gone games when they've scored 8, 9, 10 runs, and then they struggle and shut out, score a run or 2.
Yeah,
what they're really striving for is some common ground in there where they can consistently average over 5 runs a game. And a consistent leadoff guy would certainly help in that regard.
Well, you look at every club in the American League that's really winning overall. I mean, the Yankees, obviously, with Derek Jeter, they know who's hitting one for them. Boston, of course, has injuries. Scudero did it last year for Toronto, so with Ellsbury out, he's been doing it.
Crawford pops it into shallow center. Scudero out. Coming in from center is Patterson, who makes the catch. And that's the second out. 2 gone with the bases empty for Evan Longoria. Well, over the last month or so, Kevin, the Rays have had, as we know, John Jaso in there, and Upton some, Ben Zobrist, and even Sean Rodriguez, and Reed Brignac was in there one game, if you go back to the 1st of June. But it really seems, if you look at what they've done this year, and that's one of the reasons Madden put Jaso up there, because he showed the ability to work an at bat, and his on base percentage is .395. Zobrist has done a nice job up there. Longoria takes a pitch down and away, 1-0, and of all of the candidates that have been in there the past month and a half now, you've got to look at Zobrist, and maybe Jaso, as unorthodox as that seems, but overall it seems that Zobrist has been the guy that most closely fills the leadoff spot the way you'd want it filled.
Well, you know, last year BJ started the year as a leadoff guy, and it just wasn't happening overall. And then, of course, when he gets on, I mean, he steals bases, which is...
That's a fair ball and down the left field line. Extra bases for Longoria. Nava comes up with it, and the throw back to second's not in time. 2-base hit for Evan Longoria. His 26th double of the year.
Well, he's Mr. Double this year. 26 doubles, 12 home runs, and 3 triples. Take a look at the pitch right here. Fastball up and out over the plate. And there's your checkers double of the game. Adrian Beltre has good range, but that one had plenty of topspin. Getting down the left field corner. Nice throw in by Daniel Nava in left field, showing off his arm a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and then when Bartlett took over, of course, Jason was hitting, 320, 330 most of the year. So when he took over, year 1, 2, 3 was really solid. But that's a tough spot to mix and match in.
Yep. And it's a spot that's there for the taking. I mean, Madden is looking for somebody to take charge there. And the pitch to Willie Ibar is down. And BJ was quoted as saying he thought he was an everyday player. And well, there's a spot for you.
Yeah.
If you can fill that spot, believe me, Joe Madden's going to put you in there.
Well, the tough part is it's tough to have anybody at the top striking out well over 100 times. That's the one tough part about it.
Well, and if you look at last year, we mentioned BJ's on base percentage. This year's .321. It was .313 last year. You just can't afford to have a leadoff guy with that kind of on base percentage. His career numbers, by the way, are much better than that. He's over .350 on base percentage for his career coming in. But the two guys this year who really seem to have gotten on base the way that you'd like a leadoff guy would be Jaso and or Zobrist. And I think Zobrist gives you the flexibility of hitting right-handed and left-handed, and he's also a guy who can steal a base.
Well, Ben likes to work the count too. He not only has some power, and you're right, he can steal a base. He likes to work the count.
Ibar lifts the fly ball to right. Drew settles under it, makes the catch. Rays leave a man. We're at the end of an inning, and we have no score. Adrian Beltre will lead it off here. Neiman's pitch is a strike. Beltre, Drew, and then Nava.
That surprised Beltre. That's just a fastball running the inside part of the plate.
And he jumps on this one in there and fouls it. Well, the first one surprised him. The second one, he's jumping all over that one.
He said, well, if they're going to come in there, I'm not going to be surprised anymore. He loves that pitch. I was surprised he took the first one, but he didn't on the second one. Same pitch. Look at that.
1-2. Ground ball to shortstop. Bartlett. So that's one away. Got a dangerous hitter there coming in, the third leading hitter in the American League. Now it's going to be J.D. Drew. The reason, getting back to that leadoff spot, the reason that's so important, if you just look at every game played in baseball throughout the history of the game, and you look at the percentages of runs that are scored, the way innings are set up and the way they begin, there's a strike to Drew. For example, if you're a pitcher and you get that first hitter out, there's only about a 10% chance that the opponent will score a run. But if that guy gets a base hitter, you walk him, it goes up to around 17% chance that he's going to score. And if the guy doubles to lead off an inning, a third of the time, that guy's going to score.
Yeah.
So if you've got a leadoff guy who can get on base and maybe hit a double, that could mean a run a game.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's why contact is important too in that leadoff spot. You know, you don't see many leadoff guys that strike out 140 times, 150 times.
Exactly right.
You know, if you get 700 at bats or 650, I mean, you really subtract 150 of those.
Ball, 2 strikes, the count to J.D. Drew. Yeah, if you've got a leadoff guy who can walk, you know, if he has some speed and he's willing to work on becoming a bunter, that's a threat. And then if he's got some pop, well, he's got everything you want.
Yep.
But you're going to have to work, apply yourself, and pay attention to get that done. Swing and a miss. Drew is out of there. Fastball. 2 up and 2 down.
And it had some tailing action to it. 91 with a little movement fading away from J.D. Drew. Take a look at this pitch right here. Look at that tail at the end. Nice.
That is a very nice pitch.
It's by design too. That's a 4-seamer, but the way Jeff grips it, you can force a little tailing action to go with that and not lose velocity.
Daniel Nava. Pitch is down. 1-0. You know, here's Neiman. Here's a guy who's 6'9". Just because he's 6'9", he has challenges that a lot of other pitchers don't have. But he's willing to accept those challenges, recognize what he has to do to make himself better. And he's done that. And he'll tell you that because he's 6'9", he's got to have fewer movable parts than the average bear.
That's exactly right. And he's got a unique setup as he slides that right foot to the left side of the rubber. But he does it every single time, so he's consistent with his delivery. It works for him.
So he's recognized something that he has to address to be successful. And I don't know that there's a guy on this team who's done a better job of that than Jeff Neiman.
Yeah, well, watch the feet. Watch the feet when he slides that foot right here. See, he's going to slide that foot every time right there.
2-2 the count to Nava.
Well, that's your start point. That's a consistent start point for Jeff as he stares in with both feet on the rubber, but it's something he doesn't have to think about because he's done it so many times. And it really helps his consistency driving right toward home plate.
And a wave and a miss. He strikes out Nava. 2 strikeouts in the inning. He got him with a fastball. 1, 2, 3. Pena and Sean Rodriguez. Gabe getting a start against this left-hander, Felix Dubron. First pitch is away. A ball and no strikes. Fastball around 89 for a strike. Gabe had a big pinch hit double Sunday up in Minnesota against the Twins when the Rays won that game 7-4. Put together a 5-run seventh. That was on the heels of a 7-run eighth in the Saturday game up there. Gabe takes it all the way, and that's too low. 3-1.
So far, we haven't seen a changeup. We've seen 2 curveballs and all fastballs.
And that fastball, 89 to 90. And that one is high. Ball 4, and the Rays put the leadoff guy on. So according to all of the numbers of all of the games played in baseball, there's now a 17% chance that Kapler will score.
Now, if he steals second with nobody out, does that count as a double?
Yeah, that goes up to 33%.
All right, there we go.
And if he does all that, we might recommend that Gabe Kapler be the leadoff guy.
There you go.
It's Carlos Pena. Carlos leads the team with 16 home runs.
I think this is a good matchup for Carlos tonight. Got a feeling.
He takes a big cut at the fastball, and he was thinking that might be a good matchup with that swing.
Yeah, he sure was. It was an 89 fastball, just a little bit above his swing. He was on it. And he was looking fastball, and he got it. Just got underneath it. Just have to center it. He doesn't have to lift it. It'll go if he centers it.
Tap foul. Now 0-2.
That was a ball. That was 88 inside. Not a good pitch.
Dubron started the season at Double-A, and then it pitched half dozen games at Pawtucket, their Triple-A affiliate. And time called. Pena stayed in there until he heard James Hoy grant time.
Yeah, I think ever since that time with Angel Hernandez, he stays in there now until he actually gets time.
And there is strike 3 call. He threw him a little 0-2 breaking ball, and he got it over for strike 3.
Yeah, it's a good time to throw it. He got an 0-2 count. He's thrown 3 of them, and the third one he throws for a strike. That's not a great breaking ball. It's just fooled Carlos. It's just a get it over 0-2 breaking ball. Actually a hanger, but Carlos wasn't looking for it. But that's a good time to work on it when you get the count 0-2, and that's so far what we've seen. He'll throw it when he's ahead of the count.
Sean Rodriguez. And there's a strike. I would think that this would be a good guy for Sean to hit against.
You would think so. Now, we haven't seen a changeup yet. You expect a couple to Sean because he's been squaring up pretty much every fastball he sees lately.
And there you go.
Curveball.
Breaking ball, and it's 0-2. Take a look at this.
Back door, off the outside corner, down, not a strike. Cannot be a pitch that Sean was looking for, obviously. pitcher always has the advantage though when you've never seen him. I don't care who it is until you see some pitches.
Well, ground ball to second. Ball to Scudero, 1 to first. And they just got it. 4-6-3 on the double play. We're through 2, no score. The standard message and data rate supply on our Autoway poll question of the night. Phil Hall is playing second base for Boston in the absence of Pedroia. The Red Sox beset by numerous injuries. Upton under this one makes the catch. Hall is out of there, and Kevin Cash had to go to Houston to make a deal and add Kevin Cash to have another healthy guy behind the plate. Look at that. The disabled list: Pedroia, Victor Martinez, Manny Del Carmen, Varitek, Josh Beckett, who threw today, Ellsbury, Hermida, Mike Lowell, and Clay Buchholz with a hamstring injury, and that's why Dubron is in the big leagues and pitching against the Rays tonight.
They lost 4 key guys, including both catchers, within a period of about, 10 days? Starting with Pedroia. There's Varitek on the left and Victor Martinez on the right, both catchers. And then
he's got crutches. What a picture that is. That says it all right there.
That's not good, is it, when you have crutches in the dugout? Yeah. Wow. There's Pedroia. He's got his crutches. And then the other one, the fourth one, was Buchholz. Clay Buchholz, who hurt himself running the bases. And actually, wow.
That pitch very close, but ball 4, says James Hoy.
Not kidding.
Cash. There's a walk. Let's take a look at that pitch.
Yeah, that's surprising. Look at these pitches. All of them didn't miss by much.
In fact, the last 2 pitches, even that third pitch, all it has to do is get a part of the strike zone.
Yep. 4-pitch walk.
So he probably threw 2 strikes in the 4 pitches there.
He didn't like the low ones.
All right, let's get out the notebook.
I noticed James Hoy called a higher strike earlier.
Here's Scudero. And that's a strike on the inner part.
With movement, Scudero didn't like that. He's kind of laughing. I was talking to John Lester, and he said that Buchholz can really run, so he was kind of showing off his speed. He's really fast, apparently, and he hurt himself.
Wow.
I think it was in San Francisco. He hurt himself running the bases. Got a little overexcited there, trying to break up, I think, a double play or something. But he kind of looked like he hyperextended his leg or something. He's got a hole in there, and he's on the DL. But
apparently, he spent part of the time trying to talk Terry Francona into maybe not putting him on the shelf.
Well, it's the right move. I mean, that's the last thing you want. This guy's got a big future. Last thing you want is him coming back too soon and adjusting his mechanics because his legs bother him and hurting his arm.
Yeah, well, that's one thing about Francona. I mean, he is a bright young guy, and like good managers, he can take a long-term view. So 1-2 the count to Scutaro.
A cut or slide ball there. Nice pitch. Yeah, that's the right move. And John Lester didn't tell me that in a bad way. He just said Buchholz can run, and he was running hard. And unfortunately, in interleague play, that's not something the pitchers do very much. Is run the bases. They run, do their normal running in preparation for their start. But it's one of the question marks with interleague play for American League pitchers.
Well, it's a different kind of running too. The catchers, pitchers, they're more of an endurance type running.
Exactly.
As they try to keep themselves in shape and build up for starts and so forth.
You're not doing 90 feet, short sprints.
Yeah, a little burst here and there.
Burst,
sudden stop maybe.
Look at Chen-Ming Wang. What happened to him in Houston, the Yankees, a few years ago? Never been the same.
A 2-2 count to Scutaro.
Well, again, that's the last thing Terry Francona wants. So, and I'm not comparing the two injuries. They're totally different.
Up and in a little bit. Missed with a fastball. So here Neiman, after walking Cash, working from the stretch. They had only one other hitter he did that with, and that was getting Euclid on a ground ball. And then the first, now the stretch here with Cash at first and one out. And a 3-2 count to Scutaro.
You can put him in motion because Scutaro does make contact, but it is a catcher running.
He is going. The pitch is ball 4. So a couple of walks here. And that's not what you want to do, even against this lineup, because they still have the middle part of this lineup intact. And if you walk the 9 guy and the first or second hitter, before you know it, you're into Ortiz and Euclid and Beltran.
You're not kidding. And this is a key batter right here, and Eric Patterson with David Ortiz on deck. It's the first big momentum point of the game right here, and getting Eric Patterson out. And he's been tough so far in this series.
Patterson, 2 home runs last night, a ground ball to second, his first time up tonight. And misses away.
And that's after a 1-pitch out to Bill Hall. These 2 walks.
High foul. That's slicing out of play. It's 1-1.
I don't think he was looking for a little single there, do you?
Apparently, from what we've seen, that's not his approach.
No, I don't think so.
He took some big cuts last night and connected on a couple of them. One. Another foul lifted the other way. That's going to be out of play. So the count goes to 1-2.
You take a shot going up, going north and south. I thought the Rays pitchers did a nice job last night going up in the zone with 2 strikes on guys like Beltran and Nava. Patterson, you can do the same thing. He's a good low ball hitter. Looks like they're going to go off speed, split away, something like that.
And he got it. Oh, he dropped that pitch in there. A breaking ball, 1-2, and he gets him looking. Out number 2 in the inning.
Well, that's a money pitch. That's that spike curveball grip. You see where that index finger up, back door, outside corner. He gets the call. Too close to take for sure.
Patterson is out of there.
Big out.
Here's David Ortiz. Ortiz doubled his first time. He hit it through the shift. Got it to the left of Sean Rodriguez, who again is stationed in shallow right field. 1 ball, no strikes.
He's done a lot of work on that beard, hasn't he? He's really meticulous.
Time called. Men at first and second. Yeah, that would require a little extra time in the morning.
Well, those of us that have mustaches or goatees, we do a little of that, manicuring. Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's all right.
We didn't in the 70s, though, did we?
No.
They just let them go in those days.
That's a good pitch.
Good looking pitch.
No strikes right there. Just down it in a little bit.
A couple of curveballs again. Take a look at this one. Did it bite the corner? Sure did.
Well, that's a perfect spot if you're going to throw a pitch down there. Two and 0. And there's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Bobby, our statistician, says the term you're looking for was manscaping.
Manscaping, yeah. Manicures like the fingers, right?
That's right.
Manscaping. Thank you.
Way to go. So our entire crew has a vast vocabulary. Wherever in a loss, they're right there to help.
Probably the first time I've brought that up in 2 years, so I'll have to lock that into my vocabulary. Keep it way back there in the memory bank somewhere.
2-1 to count to David Ortiz. And a little tap foul.
Not that I'll bring it up again, but, you know.
Well, it's there if you need it.
When you see a unique look like that, and it's worth noting.
That's right.
If I were catching, I'd try to distract him by talking about that. Say, hey, David, that's nice, man. How do you do that? You know?
Well, hey, somebody stole part of your beard.
I hated those catchers that used to talk about everything but baseball. I would say, shut it. Ron Hasse was that way, by the way.
He's just a sociable guy.
Hasse would do that. Oh, yeah. Ronnie would drive you crazy. Don't talk to me, Ron. We're trying to hit. Strike 3.
2-2 the count to Ortiz. Now he calls for time, and it's granted by James Loy. And Jaso's going to take the opportunity to have a chat with Jeff Neiman. Cash walked with 1 out. Scudero followed by drawing a base on balls. Patterson caught looking at a backdoor breaking ball. And now it's 2-2 to Ortiz. Pitch made. And a popper into left field, not too deep. Carl Crawford waits for it. CeCe's got it. That retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. No score.
It was his 22nd save. Tell us about Rafael and what kind of calm demeanor he brings to the table.
Well, Rafi's got 9 years in the big leagues, very steady. He's got a great routine. He's the same guy every day. He's very calm. He's got a great routine, and he's very positive, and he's the same cat every night.
Joaquin Benoit was behind it. He's having a good time, too. What a year he's having with that 8th inning. And look at this delivery. Grant Balfour brings... They really show a lot of respect to you down here, dude.
Amen.
Hey, John Jaso leading off the inning here. Just one more question. The last road trip, a solid one for the Rays, 4-2. And that Saturday night has gotten a lot of attention when you put away what size bone-in ribeye?
It was a 52-ounce bone-in ribeye, but I didn't have any salad. I didn't have any potatoes. I went all meat. And it was my favorite wine, Camus wine, Silver Oak. Boys had a great time, and we won a couple of games in a row there, 3 out of 4 in Minnesota. We were all happy, and that's what he's all about, you know, getting ready to finish up strong the first half and pick it up in the second half.
How much of that steak was left?
None, zero.
0 of 52 ounces. Sugar Bear, as always, great catching up to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. My best for the fans.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, Todd. There's a shot up the middle and a base hit on a 2-1 pitch. John Jaso has a leadoff single. For the second inning in a row, the Rays put that leadoff man on base.
Yeah, another good at bat from John. He saw a couple of fastballs, and he gets a cookie right in the wheelhouse here. Got inside it and slapped it into center field past Bill Hall.
Hey, I just want to note that I sense just an unbelievable amount of chemistry down there in that bullpen between Todd and Bobby Ramos.
That's a happy bunch down there.
Yeah. He's making deals with the fans right now, too.
Ribeyes, 52-ounce ribeye?
Yeah, man. How about that? And he's right. There was nothing left. Now here's Jason Bartlett.
You know, we still haven't seen a changeup from LeBron yet.
Yeah, what's the story on our scouting report?
Did we get the right report? You know,
probably some misdirection going on there.
I think it was intentional.
And Bartlett bunts this one foul, deflecting off Cash. Strike one.
Bill Madden just flashing signs to his third base coach, Tom Foley, who in turn is flashing signs to John Jaso and Jason Bartlett. Could be nothing.
This one just off the plate. 1-1. Felix Dubront, 22-year-old left-hander out of Venezuela. This one down, and hey, there goes Jaso. Boy, he is so good at that. Cash tried to keep it in front of him, and I don't think there's a base runner on this team any better at advancing on a play like this than Jaso.
As soon as it hits the dirt, he's gone. There's just really no hesitation. That's just good anticipation by John Jaso. Good secondary lead, and he's gone. Because he knows as a catcher how difficult a curveball like that is to block and keep right in front of you. And even if you do keep in front of you, you got to get up and get your feet underneath you and still make a good throw to second base.
Now here we are, 33% chance of scoring now. Man, it's second with nobody out.
And it's just went up 16 points right there.
Pitch is a strike call, a fastball. Euclid was looking for a possible bunt coming in from first on that pitch.
You know, I was talking to Mike Cameron about that, and he brought up that play that Euclid made. He goes, that, you know, he's aggressive, and he's going to try to take that play away from the Rays. That normal bunt play, the first and third play. And if that's the case, then you got to steal second base when he crashes like that.
And there's a one-hopper that's going to skip past Scudero into center, and here comes Jaso in to score. Bartlett drives in the run, and the Rays lead 1-0. Rays put the leadoff man on, and they pick up the first run of the game.
Take a look at this pitch, a fastball, and Jason centers it nicely. Good fluid swing right here, and had so much bite on it, it skips right past Marco Scudero. He thought he could pick it on one hop, had a little top spin, and skipped right past him. A nice base running by John Jason creates a run. Well, there's your percentage. He's 33%. It's in the books.
So the Rays have the first run. Now Bartlett's at first, and here's Upton. And Upton jabs at the bunt and bunts it foul. That's a strike.
Well, that's on his own right there, and nothing wrong with the effort and the thought process there by BJ. And it looked like he was trying to push it because the lefty falling off the mound, like it to push it towards second base.
And there's nothing wrong with that idea.
No. For a base hit, and it would have gotten Bartlett over to second.
Upton takes it low. It's 1-1.
I think our scouting report, I think they were trying to deke us here.
I think you could be right.
Unless he's going to bring it out about the 5th inning. If he gets that far.
There's a fly ball lifted toward left center. And it's caught by Patterson. Back to first goes Bartlett.
Well, that might have been it. That might have been the first changeup. 80 miles an hour. It wasn't his fastball, and it wasn't his curve. So.
And Upton appeared to have some power spent with that swing.
Yeah, let's take a look right here. Yeah, that's his changeup. So there it is. Kind of a split grip. It definitely was a changeup. And BJ knows it. Got off the end of the bat a little bit. Okay.
Now here's Carl Crawford.
I'll take it back.
So we got the change in play. Bouncer foul. It's a strike. The Rays have the game's first run. Speed at first, and Bartlett. Crawford's been red hot at the plate. Time again.
There are signs to make you just hold the ball and see if the runner will commit. If the catcher will give it the pitcher, which comes from the bench usually.
This one is wide. 1 ball, 1 strike. Grant with a win. That came at Fenway. On the 18th of June, he was up to pitch against the Dodgers. Gave up 5 runs over 5 innings, 3 of those earned. Crawford trying to time the breaking ball. He missed it. It's 1-2.
Yeah, this is a slow curveball right there at 75 miles an hour. Carl, I think his eyes lit up when he saw the height of it. But it had a good break to it, pulled off it. Oh, was looking to shoot one down the right field line right there.
And a big cut to miss. And it came back. And Crawford strikes out, missed a couple breaking balls. 2 strikeouts in the game.
That's a pretty good one right there. That's a nice pitch. Right over the top. Bottom fell out of that one. Big swing by Carl. That's his best curveball of the night.
Here's Evan Longoria. Up and in to Evan, and that helmet comes spinning off. Longoria gets out of there.
Let's look at the setup by Cash. He was sitting up and in. That's really pretty much where he wanted it.
So we'll see what Evan can do coming back here after being brushed back. fouls a fastball.
And the way you answer that is you take one out of the ballpark.
Trump came in with what might have been his best fastball of the night, around 91.
Yep.
I don't think he's topped that. Put away. 2 balls and a strike. I think he tried to throw a changeup there.
Yeah, he's starting to break out the changeup now.
Second time through the order.
Yep, exactly right. Try to establish some of the curveballs early, and he's thrown a couple of good ones, and now he's breaking out the changeup.
And that's a strike.
Another one.
Upper part of the strike zone to square the count at 2-2.
Yep, another changeup. So his changeup's about 79, 80 miles per hour. Top part of the zone.
And the runner's going. Throw down to second, and Bartlett is safe. Well, if you get picked off, keep running. That's what Bartlett did, and he steals the base. He got in under the attempted tag of the second baseman Hall.
Yeah, a little slow with the leg kick throwing over to first base. So Bartlett was going first move, and you can see how slow he is getting it over there. Euclid does his job trying to get rid of it, but Bartlett did the right thing, exactly as you said, Wayne. You just keep running hard. Look how he gets to the inside of the throat, too. Right there. And he's definitely safe. Billy Hall really didn't have much of a chance. Good job by Jason.
Picks up his 4th steal of the year. And a little ground ball to the right side. Hall picks it up. Throw to first is in time. That retires the side. The Rays break out in front with a run. Longoria. Evan already has a double tonight. See, Kevin Euclid has a problem here. And as he started to approach the plate, Euclid has a problem with his right foot.
Is it the Achilles?
Well, I'll tell you, with this disabled list as long as it is already for the Red Sox. They have to be wondering what could possibly happen next.
You're not kidding. I mean, he's hurting.
The Red Sox are hoping that it's just a cramp and he can work it out.
You bet. Yeah. Wow, he's coming out of the game.
How about that?
That is one of the most freaky injuries, if that's what caused it, by just getting his feet set in the box that I've ever seen.
I mean, truly, the Red Sox, with all of the injuries that they've had, I mean, Terry Francona, by his nature, is a very calm guy.
Yeah.
You know, he sets a great atmosphere as a manager, but boy, he's going to have to start scratching the hair that he has left.
Well, you start
wondering what's going on.
Yeah, you start wondering, is there other things going on here? What's happened to our ball club here with these injuries? And a couple of them, Pedroia and Veritek with the feet problems, and now, of course, Euclid, whatever that was.
And Newman Romero is going to pinch hit. Well, you know, Veritek's not giving up his crutches, and Pedroia is already up and around with his.
That's incredible. You see Victor Martinez get his thumb all bandaged up there. A little problem there. Not a little problem. That's a tough thing for a catcher. Have a problem with your glove hand catching pitches on that thumb right there, let alone swinging the bat. Wow.
So that's amazing. And now it's Romero. He was with the Cleveland Indians organization and had a handful of at-bats with the Indians last year down in Venezuela. So Euclid removed from the game. The pitch to Romero is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. That was strange indeed. Romero chops one toward the middle. Rodriguez with the throw across his body and against his momentum, and he takes care of Romero. Rodriguez to Pena, 1 away.
I was kind of trying to back up and say, did he do anything when he pivoted on the throw to second base? On the steal by Bartlett, but didn't notice anything at that time. It appeared to be when he just was clearing some dirt there, getting set in the box.
The pitch to Beltre is inside a little bit. And maybe upset his comfort zone. He's their third baseman, and of course they were a little close to the Rays' third baseman in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, that drew some praise from the Rays fans here. Up and in pitch.
This pitch is popped up. Fastball in, a foul ball, and Jaso leans in and cannot hold it over the top of that low railing. He goes. He got his mitt on it, a great effort, but he just couldn't hold it. So that's a no play on a foul ball strike.
You know, that railing kind of opened up as he was coming over there, and I'm not going to make excuses, but let's take a look here. Can't quite see it from that shot, but the cameraman right there, I believe that railing opened up as he was getting over there. Well, it probably didn't really affect him because he wasn't that close to it.
Beltre fouls this one off his foot, and now he's hobbling around. Wow. And boy, that's.
Do they have a good foot doctor?
I'm telling you, they're going to have to take some kind of drastic measures here with all their injuries. And
wow.
Francona's trying to remain as stoic as he can be.
Yeah, some nice movement on it. Did that hit his back knee?
I think it hit him off the right knee.
Wow. It sure did. the side of his right knee right there.
On and away. Two balls, two strikes. I mean, they're going to have a complete roster on the disabled list if they keep this up.
I think this all-star break for Terry Francona is not coming anytime too soon.
And a pop-up foul ball, and this one a bit more conventional. Caught by Jaso. And Beltre's limping as he walks back into the dugout.
Yeah, I don't think you'll see him coming out of the game, though. He'll just ice that later on tonight. I think Terry doesn't want to say anything.
No.
He looked at him, but I didn't see his mouth open.
Don't talk to me.
Don't ask if he's all right, because you might not want to hear the answer.
J.D. Drew pitches down, a ball, no strikes. We're in the fourth. Great to have you with us tonight. Hope you're enjoying the telecast. The Rays have a 1-0 lead. Play the Red Sox again tomorrow. Hope you'll be part of the fun here at Tropicana Field for that game. And then the Indians are in for 4 leading up to the All-Star break.
Yeah, the Indians have played some better ball here, too. Not to be taken for granted. Of course, you can't look past the Red Sox. Another game tomorrow night, but Manny Acta's got some young guys now playing pretty well.
Ball 3 too low to Drew. 3-0. He got Drew on strikes on a tailing fastball in the second inning, but behind him now 3-0. That's a strike.
He's got some pretty good movement tonight on that outside corner to lefties and into righties.
Ground ball left side. That's Longoria. The throw skips past Pena, bounces up against the sidewall and over and out of the stands is going to be the ruling here, I think. And they're going to award Drew second base. So it'll be an error charge to Longoria.
Yeah, not his customary third base position, but I'm sure Evan will say no excuses. He just comes up, and I tell you what, I don't think he had a grip on it. You see the way that ball cut on him.
I'm not sure that that's the correct call by the umpires. And Neiman was asking about that. And I don't know
where the ball hit.
Yeah, because I don't think that ball went into the stands and out. I think it ricocheted off the low wall. And I think they mistakenly awarded Drew a base on that.
I'd have to see that again.
From that replay, it didn't appear that it went in or was touched by a fan, either one of those cases. Here's Nava. The pitch is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. On that first look we had, now, we might have another one that would be more definitive, but on the one we just saw, it did not appear to go in.
Yeah, they're saying it went out of play, but I'd have to see it again.
And a hot shot off the glove of Rodriguez, scrambling for it. Drew's going to try to score, throw to the plate, will not be in time. And this game is tied. So Nava singles, picking up the first Boston run, and that will tie the game at 1. This was just off the glove of Rodriguez, sharply hit.
Yeah, we've seen him make this play so many times. It's a great effort, but that ball was blistered. And he was in his dive, and that ball was skipping over his glove, and he tries to recover, but good base running by Drew. With 2 outs, he's going all the way.
Here's Bill Hall, the second baseman. Hall hit a fly ball to center to open the 3rd inning. Ball stopped by Jaso. 1-0. So it's an unearned run, but This game is tied.
Well, Joe's not used to seeing that by Evan. You know he wants to make up for that, either with the bat or on the next play. And he probably will tonight.
Pitch down and away. 2-0.
This is where, as a pitcher, you just got to pick up your teammates when they make an error, because that's part of the game. Physical errors are part of the game. It's the mental errors that bother players and managers, not the physical. Physical, you know, they're all human.
Miss. Ball thinking a long one there.
Yep, and he's the guy that's hit, what, 35 home runs before in the big leagues.
A few years ago with the Brewers.
Sure did. He's got, and I'll tell you what, I saw him coming in tonight. There's some good action again with that movement. I saw him coming out of the batting cage, and he had just his T-shirt on. He's got some pipes. He is strong. He's got a strong upper body. He's put together.
The 2-1. And that ball inside a bit that he did not offer. It's 3-1.
You notice tonight, Jeff's going inside quite a bit on Bill Hall and Adrian Beltre. And, you know, last night Bill Hall hit 2 breaking balls up the middle. He was really leaning out over the plate and had 2 base hits to center field. So I'm sure that's why they've been pounding him in. But you got to be careful here, because now he's in a count where he can cheat, have a free swing, and try to hit one out of the ballpark.
And he takes another big cut. 2-2.
That's exactly what he did, too.
He was ahead 2-0, ahead 3-1, and boy, he let it out each time.
Yeah, and Jeff actually missed location, but the movement helped him out there. He was trying to go away, and that ball ran in off the inside corner.
And he got him. Yeah, he's out on strikes. Hall didn't like the call, but he's out on strikes to retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the .337, Ryan Zimmerman, Robinson Cano, Alex Rodriguez, and Hanley Ramirez And Evan at 3:59. Dustin Pedroia got there quicker than any of those guys.
You know, he's got that 38-foot wall to hit.
By the way, we checked that throw, the error on Longoria, and when we saw it live, we thought it went into the stands, and then that replay indicated that maybe it didn't, but it did. It went into the stands and actually ricocheted off a young fan, and that is an example of the lack of depth perception on even replays. Boy, a big cut by Ibar, and the count is 1-1. When you see these shots in replay, they're still two-dimensional. They may look third-dimensional because of this great high def. But
the young fan came right up to the railing there, and boy, it bounced right off the top of the railing there, the wall, and right off his chest.
So again, the umpires got the call right by awarding Drew the extra base, and the Red Sox promptly took advantage of the Rays' mistake to tie the game. Now it's 2-1 to Ibar. Kapler and Pena will follow against Dubron. The count is 2-2 now.
Well, that's a changeup that he's been featuring now here the last few right-handed hitters. And that's up. That's a high changeup.
And Willie takes a breaking ball that time for a strike 3 call, curveball. Let's check in with Todd Callis.
Well, Dwayne, you guys are talking about all the injuries to the Boston Red Sox, and they hope to get one of their starters back after the All-Star break. Josh Beckett was on hand today at Tropicana Field for a simulated game. He pitched 4 innings, back of the shoulder, no pain, lower back, no pain. He was facing minor leaguers up from the Gulf Coast League. He threw a total of 64 pitches today against those minor leaguers. Next, he will start Sunday at AAA Pawtucket. And Terry Francona thinks maybe 3 rehab starts and he could be ready to go. So with all the walking wounded for Boston, Josh Beckett taking a positive step today. Guys, back to you.
All right, 1 strike to count to Gabe Kapler. 1 out, bases empty. Pitches away.
You got to get Dubron out of his rhythm. He's feeling pretty good about himself right now. He's dropping some curveballs in there. He's getting the flow of his changeup.
Straight back, and that's out of play.
I was
1-2.
I was going to lean over, but you might be working solo for a few innings. I still have the tendency to want to go for the ball.
Yep, it's all right. I mean, that's hey, as far as I'm concerned, I'm ducking and you're catching.
I'll do my best.
1-2 to Gabe, and he's jammed, pops it up. Scutaro out for shortstop. 2 gone. Two up, 2 down. Carlos Pena will bat. By the way, Romero is in the game at first after Euclid left with a problem involving his right foot. Carlos was called out on strikes on just a little breaking ball the first time up. It's a fastball outside, maybe up a bit, 1-0. Hot shot, foul up the right side.
One thing about Felix Dubron, he's got a pretty efficient delivery. He keeps his hands right there at his chest. He doesn't have a lot of moving parts, and he repeats it. He's been a pretty good strike thrower.
And a roller toward second where Scutaro is stationed. Throw to first, and it's an easy inning for Dubron. 1-2-3. We got a Sox. Time to look forward to the upcoming race schedule, brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. Red Sox in tomorrow, and then the Cleveland Indians are in for 3 leading up to the All-Star break. So the Rays home all the way up to the All-Star break. And as we look forward to the upcoming race schedule, you can live forward with Just for Men Hair Color. Kevin Cash. The pitch is a strike.
There's a contrast tomorrow. You're going to see a 97-mile-an-hour fastball from David Price and an average of about a 63-mile-an-hour knuckleball from Tim Wakefield.
Pitch is up. 1 ball and 1 strike. And David Price on the hill tomorrow night for the Rays. It's fouled down the left side, out of play. Count is 1-2. Price will be looking for his 12th win of the year. Trying to go into the All-Star break 12-4. And he would be right on schedule if they want him. He could start the All-Star game.
You know, and he's deserving. He's deserving of starting that game. You know, Jared Weaver, you would think if he had made the club, which he did not, the Angels would have been the guy in Anaheim, but leading the American League in strikeouts, Jared Weaver, but he wasn't selected.
It's Cash sending a fly ball to center. Upton back to his left a little bit and makes the catch. So that's the first out.
And also, Wayne, I believe CC Sabathia is throwing on Sunday.
Yeah, they have Sabathia and Cahill are both pitching Sunday.
Right.
Which, at least from our point of view, I mean, I don't know how Soriano could not be on the All-Star team.
It's pretty disappointing. You know, Andy Pettit takes Cahill's spot. Have we heard who takes Sabathia's yet? Is that?
I haven't heard.
There's still a shot, perhaps. That's a pretty good pitch.
Pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're right. Buchholz is out. That's right.
1 ball, no strikes here to.
It's also
Scudero.
confusing to me. You know,
To you. It's a high foul and is out of play.
Well, there's
Guy brought his glove, but he didn't open it.
He didn't make it, huh?
1-1.
He had a good year. Played Buchholz.
Well, there have been some great young pitching performances this year.
I think more so than any year in the last 10 or so that I can remember.
Yeah, and I think that's great for the game. I think the quality of the game has been better this year than it's been in a long time.
I think that's why you're seeing batting averages down, and really overall power numbers are down. Of course, there might be some other reasons for that, but
sure,
I think pitching's part of it.
Well, and some of those other reasons, that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Because what it's done is brought all of the game back into play, and I really thought that that's one of the reasons the Rays were so good in 2008, because they were a little bit ahead of the curve when it came to having the entire scope of the game valued, because their club was dependent upon them performing in various parts of the game as opposed to just standing up there and trying to hit home runs all night long. There's a base hit the other way by Scudero. He has a 1-out single, collecting the 3rd Boston hit.
Yeah, that was a contact count, and Scudero got a little flat slider and just pokes it into right field. That's just a good piece of hitting by Scudero. Kind of a flat breaking ball right here by Jeff. You can see it's just right, kind of just contact count. Nice piece of hit. And you know, Gabe Kapler, as he loads right there, gets his back leg down, gets through it. Gabe Kapler had a notion to try to throw him out at first base for a second.
Eric Patterson. Patterson fouls it. That got a little part of John Jaso. Strike 1. Yeah, what we've seen of Patterson, we saw a little bit of him in Oakland, but in this series, he's a guy who loves to swing the bat with some authority. He was originally signed by the Cubs. A ground ball foul outside of first. So 2. The younger brother of Corey Patterson, and his dad, Don, was a defensive back for the Lions and the New York Giants.
Yeah, athletic
back in the late 70s into the 80s. 2 strikes to count. Runner takes off. The pitch is high. The throw is not in time. And Scudero steals the base.
Yeah, he got a good jump. In fact, he had a moving lead. I mean, they never made him stop. Kind of forgot about him. And that's the one thing about the Red Sox. They're last in stolen bases, but see, they never looked at him. And he's in there easily. Jaso, it's a nice throw on it, but he was gone.
Yeah, that could be a big steal in this 1-1 game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And look who's on deck, David Ortiz.
Well, the only difference now, if you get Patterson out, take nothing away from O'Malley. But I don't see any way you face Ortiz if you get Patterson out.
And a swing and a foul-tipped strikeout takes care of Eric Patterson. He's out on strikes for the second time.
Got a lot of movement tonight. This one, again, fading away. Foul tipped into the glove of John Jaso. I just can't see any way with Euclid out of the game, and this is the right move for me, and that's exactly what Joe Maddon's going to do. Put him on.
Intentional walk here to Big Poppy. David Ortiz getting the walk.
Different story, and you tell me guys don't protect each other in the lineup, you're missing the boat. Absolutely, protection behind you helps. No disrespect to this young hitter right here, and he may do the job, who knows, but this is the right move when you're managing a ball game. Joe has seen what David Ortiz can do.
There's ball 4. An intentional pass, the 4th of the year given up by Jeff Neiman.
But, you know, you also be smart here. You know, you don't just say, well, let's see if you can hit a fastball down the middle. You know, you got to pitch him tough, too, just like you would any situation.
Romero grounded out to second, but he came on to hit for Euclid in the 4th inning. And the pitch is a strike.
And a good strike, good location. Not just, hey, get it over. He's trying to paint the corner, and he did. A nice pitch by Jeff.
A wave and a miss. Got him out in front.
See, that's smart. That's smart by Jaso and smart by Jeff Neiman. That's a split. That changeup, that split grip that he has on it. Drops it in the dirt. Nice pitch.
A 2-strike count. 2 men on. 2 men out. Here it is. And it's down a bit, down and in. Breaking ball. A ball, 2 strikes. Guerrero single, swipe second. Ortiz intentionally walked. And a high fly ball into left. Right there's Crawford, and that takes care of the Red Sox. They leave 2. Home half of inning 5 coming. We're tied 1-1. In the 4th, Daniel Nava's base hit scored J.D. Drew, who had reached on an error. It's tied the game. Meanwhile, Jeff Beeman has given the Rays 5 innings, allowing just the 1 unearned run while striking out 5. And we're tied as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning with Rodriguez, Jaso, and Bartlett due up for the Rays.
Well, this young lefty, Felix Dubron, is retired now 6 in a row. So he starts, like I said last inning, he's gotten a little flow going here. And the Rays just got to grind out these at-bats. He's shown his curve. He's shown his changeup. They know his fastball's not overpowering. Just I think the second time around, and they've seen enough.
Sean Rodriguez, and he takes the pitch down and away. In fact,
changeup.
Dubron started Rodriguez with a changeup right there. This one is down 2-0, and it was good to see Rodriguez take that pitch.
Yeah.
I think the first time through they saw this guy didn't see a changeup much at all, and he broke that out the second time when he started through the lineup. There's a high shot back into center field. Patterson going back. It's going to be over his head. With one hop the wall. Rodriguez around second. Hustling his way to third. He is safe at third base. John Rodriguez hustles his way into his first triple of the year. He had that in front of him as he headed towards second base. And boy, did he kick it into high gear. A 3-base hit to start the inning.
Well, he got a cookie. A good at bat by Sean Rodriguez, laying off the off-speed stuff, gets a fastball up, and he just drills it over Eric Patterson's head. And he's reading this on his own. This is not Tom Foley. The play's in front of him, and he says, I can get to third base, and he just does.
That's tonight's Am Scott replay, and the Rays get the leadoff triple. If the leadoff guy gets to third base with nobody out, the chance of scoring is over 50%.
I was going to say, is it about 67% then?
So here we go. Let's see if the Rays can cash it in on the triple. Here's John Jaso. Jaso scored the Rays' first run, trying to get their second run home. And this one bounces and is blocked by Cash. 1 ball, no strikes.
He got lucky there. I mean, that was not ideal how you block a ball with a runner at third base. Ideally, you want to get your knees down and cover up, but he gets a glove on it. skips off the plate. See, you turn the glove the wrong way. I mean, normally you turn your glove over and use your chest protector. So a little break there for the Boston Red Sox.
That's away. 2-0.
You know, the Rays have the same scouting report that we have. When you haven't seen a guy, I think they were probably waiting for the changeup too. Because we had heard he's working on the curveball. Not a great curveball yet, but he's got a swing and miss changeup. And honestly, the curveball was actually pretty effective. So I think the Rays, all right, once they saw the changeup, now they know what he's got. And at least so far, it's not really a swing and miss changeup, at least in this game. They've seen plenty of lefties with swing and miss changeups this year.
And a little looper back of third, foul. That runs the count to 2 balls and a strike.
I love that word that Joe Madden uses a lot, familiarity. That's why they have success in the American League East, because they see these guys all the time. And that's so true in a lot of ways with pitchers. Pitcher will always have the advantage if you've never seen him before, first time around.
2-1 and a ground ball headed to the left side. Scudero will have to take it to first, and the Rays get the go-ahead run home. Jaso makes contact as Rodriguez scores, and it's 2-1 Tampa Bay.
You know, you were telling me in the break, guys ought to start just doing that, just making some nice contact and go with it. That's what that swing was. That was an RBI swing. That was not a base hit swing. I got to get a sac fly. That's the infield's back swing. I'm going to do the job. That's a good at bat by John Jaso, because I always feel with a runner third and less than 2 outs, the first guy has to make contact, because now the second guy, if you make an out or strike out, now he's got more pressure.
Bartlett chopping one down to Beltre at third. 2 outs, but they've got that run already home.
That's my point right there. I mean, if it's 1 out, see, the managers will be more out, maybe even play infield in with 1 out. With no outs, they're not going to do it in the 5th inning for sure. That's why the first hitter, the chance to get the RBI, he's got to do the job. And that's a great at-bat by John Jaso. That's almost a play and pepper at-bat right there.
So Jaso has driven home a run and scored a run. The Rays lead 2-1. Bases empty now with 2 gone, and here's Upton. BJ hits a high fly ball back into right field. That's got some carry to the wall, and it's caught by J.D. Drew. So Upton out to retire the side, and the Rays lead 2-1. community for a full list of preferred items. That's July 9th, Friday through Sunday, July 11th. Beltran swings and misses at the first pitch. Fastball with some movement down.
Yep, and away this time. The first 2 times up, they were pounding Adrian in, and I think he was looking in, and he got a pitch away from him and pulled off it.
This one bounces in. Count goes to 1-1.
I've seen Adrian swing at some pitches like that, but not that bad.
He'd have to do more than go down to one knee to swing at that one.
Yeah, not a 35-foot pitch. A little split grip right there.
And a chopper down to short. That takes care of Beltran with Bartlett to Pena. Hey, let's see where Todd Callis is now. Todd?
Guess where I am, Dwayne.
You're in the upper deck.
Upper deck, and all the Miss Florida contestants are around me. And the 2009 reigning Miss Florida, Rachel Todd. How you doing?
I'm doing great. We're really enjoying ourselves.
We've got all the hopefuls for 2010. Now, you threw out the first pitch today. That was pretty impressive. Juan Marichal was a pitcher before you were born, but he used to use a high leg kick. That was pretty high, huh?
Yeah.
Some athletic ability there in other sports?
Yes, sir. I'm an Irish step dancer.
Really? Impressive. And so the high leg kick, she threw out the first pitch, and now what's going on with all these contestants that are going to try and take the crown from you?
They are competing to be Miss Florida 2010 on Saturday night at the Mahaffey Theater, 7 o'clock. It's going to be a great show. They've been rehearsing nonstop. Yesterday and today, they have been sweating it out. They are working it out, and they are going to bring it.
All 47 of these ladies were on the field before the game. I've never seen the Rays team get to their dugout earlier for a ball game.
They did. They really did. They came out, and they were coming out of the dugout to meet them and everything. I said, don't you guys have a game to focus on?
Well, they like to, get out and interact with the community. They're really good team players that way. Final thing is a line drive goes off the glove of Jeff Neiman, and the play is made by Bartlett on the right side of the infield for the second out. We got to send it back to Dwayne and Kevin, but I want to have everybody wave on. We're now going to go to center field. I want to have everybody wave on the way out. What's the key to a good wave for me?
We don't do the stereotypical wave. We just, hey.
Just let it out, huh? One of these ladies is going to be Miss Florida 2010, and Rachel Todd, Miss Florida 2009. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Guys, back to you. I might be here for at least one out.
Yeah, Todd Callis caught up in a wave out there in more ways than one. It looked like a class photo.
It did. It did. I couldn't find that. I couldn't pick out Todd, though.
Here's Nava. The pitch is down. 1 ball, no strikes. How about that? He's made his way from the bullpen and Bobby Ramos, where there was great chemistry, and there's great chemistry now in the upper deck with Todd surrounded by all the Miss Florida candidates.
How does he do it?
He's incomparable. Foul ball right there, and the count is 1-1. So we know where he'll be now for the next few innings.
Yeah, there's no doubt. He's not leaving there anytime soon.
I mean, we see him Friday nights, all the parties in the ballpark. He has a standing invitation and
took my drink from me last time when we were in center field.
Yeah, look at that. They are enjoying themselves. Basking in the presence of Todd Callis. And a base hit to right by Nava. So he picks up his second hit of the night. He has 2 of the 4 Boston hits collected off Jeff Neiman.
He's an interesting looking hitter. He hits the ball hard when he squares it up. Good low ball hitter. That was a split, I believe, that was up.
Well, here's Bill Hall. Ball struck out. He thought he had checked, but I think the pitch was a strike, and he went around as well in the 4th inning. The pitch is a strike, and a fly ball to center his first time.
think Bill Hall thought he'd get a fastball first pitch. He got a pretty good pitch to hit for a hitter.
Pitch is down. 1-1. The official announcement on Euclid. He left the game with a right ankle pain. You'd have to think that it's got to be a pretty good pain for him to leave.
I'd be doing that too if I were Terry with all these injuries. Scratching my head. How does that happen? You're in the box just getting yourself set.
Two and one.
Nava's getting a little walking lead over there. Don't forget about him at first base here with 2 outs. Gonna make him stop over there at first.
He's gone, and he got a good jump, and the ball lashed into center field. Hudson is there to make the catch on the line, and that retires the side. No runs ahead, a man left, bottom of Rays will have Crawford, Longoria, and then Ibar due up.
Pretty efficient pitch count, too, by the young lefty. About 15 pitches per inning. He's at 76 pitches, so he's good for another inning or two if he maintains that pace. There it is, 76 overall. Even though the Rays scored, it was only a 9-pitch inning in the 5th.
Well, here's Crawford. Let's see if the Rays can add to this 1-run lead. Carl takes a fastball upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. You know, you're right about the efficiency of the pitches. That Carl had a 10-pitch at bat in the first inning. So 10 of those pitches were on 1 at bat. So the rest of the way, Brown has been very good.
Yeah, he's been pounding the strike zone for the most part. Just off the inside corner.
2 balls and a strike. foul back, and it's 2-2.
See if he goes back to that big curveball he got Carl with in the third inning. He doubled up on that pitch to strike him out.
And he tried to slip a fastball in there and missed.
Sneaky catchers calling that stuff.
Yeah, well, hey, you know how they are.
I do. I heard about him. See what he's got now. 3-2 here. Ooh, we're going to throw a little sinker.
Carl fights it and fouls it.
So
we'll see another 3-2 pitch.
Yep. Well, he's seen 20 of his pitches tonight. A good at bat by Carl.
Crawford leading off here in the bottom of the 6th. And a one-hopper backhanded by Hall. Throw to first is in time. Hall, a very nice play by the Boston second baseman.
Yeah, that's just one of those do-or-die plays. If you put the glove down and backhand it, you got a shot. If it happens to have too much top spin, so be it. And look at that, right in the webbing of the glove there, and he's able to spin around and get it over there in time to get Crawford. It's a great play. Big play.
Evan Longoria takes the pitch down. A ball, no strikes. Pitch away. 2-0. Takes another one low. 3 balls, no strikes.
Will he be swinging 3-0 if he gets a fastball? The answer is yes. Try to hit it out of the ballpark.
And he takes ball 4. Longoria draws the second walk given up by Durant. 1 on, 1 out for Willie Ibar. Rays have had some action in their bullpen up the right field side. Neiman has given the Rays 6 innings and 107 pitches unofficially. And now Atchison's going to go to work for Boston. Just starting to throw.
Yeah, that pushes DeBront's pitch count now. It's 87.
Willie Ibar, the hitter. Pitch is down. Cash heads to the mound to give Atchison a little more time in the bullpen. Well, the Rays scored in the 3rd. They scored again in the 5th inning. Red Sox scored an unearned run in the 4th. Really looks at a strike. It's 1-1. Second and stop. And the Rays trying to put together an inning in the 6th inning, a walk and a base hit. Right now, let's check in quickly with Todd Callis.
Dwayne, Gabe Kapler coming to the plate. He was the manager of the 2007 Greenville Drive, and at the time he had a 19-year-old left-hander who made 11 starts for him by the name of Felix Dubron. Not often do you face a guy who was your manager at Class A 3 years later in the big leagues, guys.
Well, he's about to do that again. John Farrell, the pitching coach, heads to the mound now as they take a little more time. Kapler has walked and has popped out to the shortstop so far tonight against Dubron.
Yeah, that's pretty unique, what Todd just said about Gabe Kapler managing this young lefty, and now he's facing him. It's also probably why Joe Madden put Gabe in the 5 spot tonight. And knowing later in the game, if he pinch hits, a righty comes in, that he's probably going to bring Matt Joyce off the bench.
And I think he managed Daniel Bard as well.
I don't think he put him in the 5 spot, though, if Daniel Bard was starting.
Probably not. So here's Kapler. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Again.
Yeah, overthrowing a couple of pitches there to Gabe Kapler, his former skipper. You know, you got to be thinking about that. I would be.
Yeah.
If I were the young pitcher, more so than Gabe.
Kapler takes the pitch for a strike. 2-1.
Yeah, and Kevin Cash pulled it up with his glove. Watch Kevin Cash right here. Jerk this thing right back up. Even though Foxtrot says it was a strike anyway.
Way high. And it's a 3-1 count. So he's missed here. He walked Longoria on 4 pitches, and Ibar got the base hit. And now he's behind Kapler 3-1.
I think Kapler will try to make him go all the way. What I mean, if he gets a cookie to hit, he'll let it fly. But I think it's going to have to be right in his zone. I mean, it's got to be on a tee for him to swing at this pitch.
The 3-1, and it's ball 4. So a walk loads the bases. Longoria, who walked, goes to third. Ibar to second. Kapler has drawn the walk. Carlos Pena will be the hitter. Now Carlos looking for his first hit tonight.
And Carlos has seen him twice now. He's seen everything he has. And I thought this would be a good matchup for Carlos. We'll see if it happens here.
Well, they have the shift on with Beltre, the lone man on the left side. Schoolrow up the middle, but still to the first base side of the bag. And here's Pena. He fouls the first pitch, a fastball, strike 1.
Got that little sinker. That's what that was. Sinking movement right there. Not a real good pitch to swing at.
Brock wants another baseball. Great opportunity for the Rays to add to their 1-run lead.
sinker again. See Kevin Cash with that little finger with the wiggle, the end of his sequence right there. That's the sinker.
LaGoria at third, Ibar second, Kapler at first. And Pena started to go, but he checked before that curveball. And now the count is 2 balls and a strike.
Carlos struck out looking on a curveball in his first at bat.
The Rays got a break there.
I think so. It was close, but I think we saw the wrist break there. The barrel go in front of the wrist.
Now snap throw to third. Lagoria's picked off. Lagoria's picked off. Cash goes down to Beltre. And that's a big out the Red Sox pulled right there.
They sure did. It's a great play. It's put on by design. Either the third baseman could put it on or the catcher. But Evan got a pretty big lead because Beltre was so wide of third base. But that is put on. Either guy can put it on. Saw Beltre breaking into the bag on the pitch. Of course, with a left-hand batter, you got a free sight line for the catcher, Kevin Cash. That's a big play in this game.
Well, the Rays lose a base runner. Now 2 outs. Ibar second, Kapler at first, and 3-1 the count on Pena. And Carlos draws the walk, and that reloads the bases. 3 walks in the inning. Rays have 3 walks and a single in the inning, but no runs yet. And Terry Francona comes out to make a pitching change. And that's going to be it for Dubron. And we'll be back in a moment. Tuesday, July 13th, live from Anaheim at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. The new pitcher is right-hander Scott Atchison. He'll face Sean Rodriguez with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Atchison in relief of Dubron, who made 100 pitches. And the first pitch is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
You know, on that play, I'm really not sure why Evan was getting such a big lead anyway. It's not like the kid was bouncing breaking balls.
And a swing and a miss. And a fastball up. It's 1-1. Rodriguez tripled and scored in the 5th.
It's a fastball 90 miles an hour. Sees Sean swing right underneath it. Kind of tied him up.
Fouls this one out of play. Back into the right, into the upper deck. 1-2. Ball there, and it stayed up and in. 2-2. A foul ball back. Boy, that pitch came right out over the plate.
Boy, that was a flat slider, and he was right on it. I mean, right on it. Throwing that thing straight back. That had 4 runs all over it.
Count is 2-2 to Sean Rodriguez.
He may just go back with that fastball under his hands again.
And a fly ball lifted into right. Drew is there, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Rays threaten, do not score. Four hits.
They had a pretty good fastball tonight with some good movement on it. Mixed in some nice splits and a couple of good spike curveballs. So pretty good line overall. Pitch count a little higher than he would like, but the error also created a few more pitches for him. That Evan, when he threw that ball away, actually created a run in the 4th inning.
So Dan Wheeler, the new pitcher, he'll face Kevin Cash, the catcher, leading off the 7th, and there's a fastball for a strike. Whistler making his 35th appearance.
Yep, strong line right there. 194 batting average against. Been effective with that good curveball too.
Well, that pitch just missed. 1-1. Wheeler pitched an inning last night when he faced Hall, Cameron, and Cash. The breaking ball Misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's got good depth to it. It's a nice pitch for Dan. That good kind of overhand curveball right there that he's been throwing.
A ball, 2 strikes the count. Cash lays off the breaking ball this time. 2-2. Another good start by Neiman tonight. 2-2 to Cash. And a breaking ball gets him. He's out on strikes. So 1 away here in the 7th. Spirits Rays game from the all-inclusive Whitney Bank Club, offering extraordinary seating and luxurious lounge and dining areas. The Whitney Bank Club features an upscale full menu buffet and inclusive drink options. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or go to RaysBaseball.com to purchase or for more information. Top of the order now for Boston. Scudero, Marco Scudero. He's been on twice with a walk and a single. And that first pitch, a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. The only time Scudero has been retired tonight was to start the game on a fly ball to center field. Slider, and it kind of backed up a little bit.
It sure did, and it was effective because it backed up.
On 1 count to Scudero.
Scudero hit a slider to right field off of Neiman for a base hit. Pitch it was up.
And a foul ball back. Ball. Now the count's 1-2.
Trying to go that way again.
Red Sox have Patterson on deck. The Rays have had Cormier up in the bullpen. As Joe Madden likes to go hitter to hitter with his matchups.
He's trying to save Randy Choate for a key spot. I'm sure either for J.D. Drew or David Ortiz.
Pitch, curveball that drops low into the dirt. Scudero does not offer, and boy, it seems that Choate has either been in every game or he's been throwing in the bullpen in every game.
Well, I think that's one area that I'm sure they're looking at, the Rays. I think they'd like to have another lefty in the second half and out of the bullpen. In the big leagues, I mean, it's almost imperative, especially in the American League East, that you have 2 lefties. Your first guy, and then your late inning guy like Randy Choate.
Ground ball. That's a fair ball. Diving stop by Longoria. Throw to first. Safe the call. Close play at first base. Boy, that was a great play by Longoria. Longoria made a great stop and got up and made a play on Scudero.
Boy, he sure did. He took a double away here by just getting to it. Great range from his knees, a 1-hopper. And I believe that was a good call. I believe he was safe. But that's a great play. He saved a double for sure. And just to get it over there and make it that close is pretty incredible.
Well, there's the play. Scudero beat first. Scudero is back in. Well, what Joe Madden has attempted to do with just the one lefty down there is to utilize Cormier as his right-handed left-hander, if you will.
That's right. That's exactly what he's trying to do here with Patterson and Ortiz to follow.
The pitch is low, blocked by Jaso. 1-0. Each team with 5 hits. Lefties hitting .306 off Lance. Two and 0.
And perhaps Joe would just like to stay away from Choate altogether, because this could be the key to the game in this inning with David Ortiz to follow. Because if you got this lead, you're going to get through the lefties this inning. You're going to have Soriano in the 9th. Really, the only key lefty is J.D. Drew to worry about.
That's a strike. 2-1. Well, the thinking for Madden, based on last year when the splits were much different for Cormier than they've been this year. Lefties hit .239 off him last year. And so he's looking for more of that. The first, and Scudero's back in.
But Lance was in a little bit different role last year, too. He was pitching earlier. He wasn't pitching so much late as a lefty because J.P. Howell was in that role. And the Rays also had Schaus for a while and Randy Choate. They had a few lefties. J.P. became the closer overall, so he was in a different role. This is more of a pressurized situation here.
And the Rays have re-signed Schaus. A minor league deal. He's rehabbing. You see the career numbers, .277. The splits there for Cormier against left-handed hitters. And Benoit's up in the bullpen.
Well, and Benoit can be the equalizer for lefties, for me more so than Lance, because he's got the great changeup, let alone the 95 fastball.
And a swing and a miss at a fastball by Patterson, and he was trying to lose one again.
He sure was.
He takes big cuts.
It's a good 2-1 pitch. Well, that's a little bit up, though. Backdoor, like a cutter right there. Boy, he's lifting and separating right there. Taking a shot at the right field seats again.
He hit 2 out last night. Oh, strike 3 call. Cormier gets him with a little cut fastball, I think, right there.
Well, the 2-1 pitch was up, and he got away with that one, and he comes back with a better one. It's a good pitch right there. That last one was a good pitch. Excellent pitch. It sure was. Backdoor cutter, but that's where you want it. Back down, backside, and down at the knees.
Well, now it's Ortiz, and the Rays are going to walk him intentionally, which will push Scudero into scoring position at second. So Ortiz will be given the intentional walk again. And it will put 2 men on base. So Scudero, who had hit his way on at first, will be moved into scoring position by virtue of the intentional walk. Ortiz down to first. And Newman Romero will be the hitter against Cormier.
Well, it's a gutsy move, but if you're going to tell Lance to be careful with him, that's liable when a guy will make a mistake. So Joe doesn't even want to put Lance in that situation, meaning pitching to Ortiz. Because he's saying, in his mind, Joe's saying, well, the go-ahead runs at the plate anyway. So what's the difference?
And Romero looks at a strike.
So you put the pressure on the younger hitter here. And again, Euclid has been out of the game because he hurt something in his right ankle as he came up to the plate in his second at bat.
And there's strike 2. A cutter. Cormier quickly jumps ahead of Romero.
This is some confidence that Cormier now. He's pitching aggressively here. Now you can expand the zone a little bit with 2 strikes.
Into the dirt, tried the breaking ball there, and it's blocked by Jaso.
That's what he tried to do, is expand the zone, see if you get a chase out of it. Nice job by Jaso, because that would have put runners at second and third. That's how you block a breaking ball.
That's what he worked on all spring, but eventually got him to the big leagues.
You get your feet out from underneath you and use your chest protector as a cup, and he falls right out in front of you. That was textbook right there.
A ball, 2 strikes. Oh, breaking ball that just stayed wide. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's plenty wide. There's no question about that. Romero making sure that he's going to protect.
2-2. And a little ground ball right side. Pena. Cormier covers, and that retires the side. The Rays get out of that spot. Boston strands 2. Rays lead 2-1, 7th inning stretch time. Been Neiman, Wheeler, and Cormier on the hill tonight for the Rays. Dubron and Atchison for Boston, and the Rays will have John Jaso to open the bottom of the 7th.
And hey, props to there's Tim Wakefield. Props to Lance Cormier getting out of that situation. He made a money pitch. The key pitch of the inning to me was the strikeout to Patterson after a kind of a hanging cutter. He came back with a great one for strike 3.
Strikes here to Jaso to start the home half of the 7th. So a 1-run ball game tonight. The Rays won a 6-5 contest last night. It's down and in to Jaso. Rays missed an opportunity in the 6th when they left the bases loaded. Jaso fouls it back. here's the Mercedes-Benz Road Ahead matchup. Tim Wakefield, 3-6 against David Price, 11-4. David on his way to the All-Star game and maybe starting. Jaso fouls this one. We'll wait and see on the assignment for David Price, but he would be in line and available to start.
Plenty of rest, be able to go at least 2 innings, if not more.
There's a low liner caught by Scutaro. So Jaso's the first out in the 7th.
Nice short swing by John Jaso. Had some really good at bats tonight, as he did last night. He had the key at bat of the game when he tied it. Two-run single.
Here's Jason Bartlett, who singled in the first run for the Rays in the 3rd. That's a strike. Chases this one as it cut away from it.
You know, that pitch right there, that's why Jason's had a little tougher time this year. He didn't chase that slider out of the zone like that last year. He'd be hitting 1-1 right now.
And he rolls this one to first. Romero with the toss to Atchison. You know, I think that's true of more than just Bartlett in this lineup.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the issues that Pena has dealt with this year, as well as Bartlett. They've expanded the strike zone much more than they have in years past.
Yeah, and the problem is when you're in the low 220s or you're around 200, is you know the only way to get your average up is to hit your way out of it. But you're better off going, 1 for 3, 2 for 3 with a walk than 1 for 4 or 0 for 4 by expanding your zone. And let me tell you, the opposition knows that. They've got the book on you.
BJ taps the first pitch foul. Strike 1.
I was still surprised. I was looking at some Toronto numbers today. Aaron Hill and Adam Lynn both. Aaron Hill's actually still hitting 189.
I mean,
and that's what he's doing this year.
Yeah.
Expanding his zone.
Oh, that's a strike called on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
So it happens. It happens to good hitters. That's a nice pitch. Back to back. Same spot.
Well, Atchison thought he had strike 3 right there.
Going outside. That's the curveball right there. That's a pretty good pitch.
Breaking ball and a cut to miss. Up and out on strikes. 1, 2, 3. We go to the 8th. 2-1.
between the Rays and the Indians. You can see it all right here on Sun Sports. Guys, back to you.
Red headband is becoming classic. We need more of that from Brian Anderson.
He said he won't do that anymore, though. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Brian, a little edge. Not that he needed it.
Exactly. My words, exactly. Here's Joaquin Benoit.
It worked.
Here in the 8th inning to face Adrian Beltre to begin things. That first pitch is a fastball for a strike to Beltre.
They have gone inside on Adrian 3 different times tonight of the 4 at-bats first pitch, and Adrian didn't like it, but it was a good pitch.
Benoit pitched the 8th inning last night. He faced Hall, Cameron, and Nava. Pitch is high, and it's 1-1. Neiman 6, Wheeler at 3rd, Cormier 2/3. Upstairs, 2-1. J.D. Drew is on deck, and then Nava is due to bat 3rd in the inning. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Well, that's a money pitch right there. 2-1 fastball down. Maybe even a tick off the outside corner. No, that's a good pitch. No, that had the corner. Good pitch. The center field camera shot.
Foul out of play. Beltre reaching across the plate.
Yeah, that one was further out. He's protecting right there and taking nothing for granted. They got him up last night. Balfour got him with a 2-strike fastball up. Uses aggressiveness against him. He can make that pitch again to get him.
2-2. And it's fouled straight back. And off the facing of our high home camera berth.
Yeah, that was the idea, just not quite high enough. It's enough that Adrian got on top of that. Home run swing right there.
And it's low.
Adrian does that frequently. He points to first base like, check the swing. He does that all the time.
Yeah, because and there's no logic to that.
No, if you watch Adrian, I've seen him for years with the Dodgers. He does it all the time. It's funny. I know the Red Sox players know it. It's his natural reaction.
Count is full.
On himself. Check the swing.
Yeah. That could only be bad news to a hitter. Swing and a miss. He chased that one.
How about that sequence? That's a gutsy pitch right there. First slider that Benoit has thrown in this sequence, and that's a nasty one. Plenty of break to it. Starts out over the heart of the plate and just kept running away. Gutsy pitch. You see Adrian way out of balance.
J.D. Drew. Drew hits a fly ball into right right field. Going after the first pitch fastball, and Upton makes the catch in right center. So after a 3-2 battle with Beltre, Benoit retires Drew on the first pitch. For a limited time, take advantage of the Auto-Way buy 3 get 1 free tire special at all Auto-Way dealerships. Go to AutoWayServiceCenters.com for locations and to schedule your next appointment.
She had enough camera time. She said that was enough.
I thought she might be getting violent there for a moment, but I think she was just
nice little subtle.
She was just a humble
move right there.
Yeah. Here's Nava, Daniel Nava, the left fielder. Pitch is a strike.
Hit the ball hard twice tonight for singles. Drove in the only run so far for Boston. Good low ball hitter from what I've seen so far.
Into the dirt. 1-1. Yeah, he's taking some pretty good cuts and pitches down.
Yeah. Well, last night the Rays went up on him and got him to strike out.
Good cut at that one. 1-2 on the fastball up.
Yeah, the Rays are thinking the same thing as last night. We got him up last night. Let's stay up in the zone. Benoit. Well, he's got two choices here. He can go change up in the dirt, fastball up.
Pinball ready. And a swing and a miss. He throws the fastball by him. Strikes him out. Bottom of the 8th coming. Doing a little more artwork.
It's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
course, that bobblehead will be available Sunday, and then who knows? David Price is on his way to the All-Star game. Could start that game. Carl Crawford leads off. Hideki Okajima, the new pitcher, and pitch is a breaking ball away. Okajima has had a little back stiffness the last few days, but said yesterday he was ready to go, and he's in there tonight.
Yeah, surprisingly high numbers. ERA pushing 6, batting average against well over 300.
2-0 to Crawford. Longoria next, and then Ibar. As the Rays try to get something going and add to what is at the moment a 1-run lead. It's 2-1.
You know that Devin would like to make up for a couple little miscues tonight.
At a strike.
You know, in reality, I think he already did by saving a double on that Scudero play.
Absolutely. He held Scudero to a base hit.
That had sure double all over it, and he almost threw him out.
Long drive, high and deep to right. That baby's gone. Home run for Carl Crawford on a 2-1 pitch. Crawford makes it a 3-1 ball game. It's Carl's 8th home run of the year.
Well, when you're in swing mode, you will hit a mistake. And that was a mistake. 2-1 fastball up. And he was all over it. Wow. And that ball jumped. Look at that extension.
Crawford exploded on that high fastball. Now a strike to Longoria.
It's a big insurance run, too. They're all big, especially when you're playing the Red Sox.
1 ball, 1 strike. With 8 home runs, and half of those home runs have come off left-handers this year. The big one was the grand slam of Scott Downs. Pitch drops in for a strike to Evan.
That's a tough pitch right there. That's nasty. Big breaker.
And a popper. Short center. Hall is out there after. 1 away. Number 16, Louis Ibar. Ibar looks at a fastball, and that's a strike. So the Rays, who tried to add to their lead in the 6th inning, only to lead the bases loaded without a run, get a run on 1 swing of Carl Crawford's bat in the 8th. That's 2 strikes to Willie Ibar. This one is line foul down into the beach bar. Soriano loosening in the Rays bullpen. Upstairs, 1-2. His feet almost hit him.
Sure did. Just got him on the back leg. Breaking ball right there.
2-2. Kojima follows Dubron and Atchison. Now the count is full. Gabe Kapler is on deck. And Ibar works the count for a walk. He goes to first.
Yeah, you got some speed off the bench, and here it comes. As Willie's DH, so Matt Joyce will be the pinch runner.
So Matt Joyce is the runner. Gabe Kapler is the hitter. Pitch is a strike. Fastball in the mid-80s.
A good pitch to hit there, too.
And another strike. 0-2. Couple pretty good ones.
Yeah, Gabe. Got 285-mile-an-hour fastballs. Pretty much. The first one is right down the chute. The second one shows inside, but still a pitch that Gabe could certainly turn on.
Pops it up. Chased by Beltre and Cash makes the catch. 2 away with a runner at first. Carlos Pena coming to the plate. Rays Live, the post-game show, comes up immediately following our game. We'll rehash this one. Right now the Rays lead 3-1. Carl Crawford has belted a home run to open this 8th inning for the Rays. And here's Pena. Carlos has struck out, grounded out, and he walked his last time. The pitch out, but nothing doing with Joyce over at first. But with the Rays, Terry Francona has come to expect about anything.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wouldn't call Joyce a burner. He can steal a base here and there, but it's a little surprise there that with the lefty and as quick as Kojima went to the plate that they did pitch out.
And a strike at the knees. It's 1-1. Tigers with a run in the third, a run in the fifth, and now a run in the eighth. Boston run came in the fourth. And a strike on the inner part. 1-2.
They try to go up on Carlos, and that ball's just right there. Fox track shows it inside, but again, that's a pitch that has hit me all over it. Carl got a similar pitch, although it was away from him but up, and you saw what he did with it. He wasn't wasting any time.
The first, and Joyce is back in. Again, a move to first. They are mindful of Matt Joyce over there. Wonder what their scouting report is on Joyce.
I don't know. I think it's more on Joe Madden. He'll run at any time with anybody.
Yeah, remember now, Joyce was lifted for a pinch runner last night in the seventh.
That's right.
He's pinch running tonight. Pitch is inside.
And the only reason for that was because, Willie Ibar is a below average runner, and Matt Joyce has the ability to score on a double, but he didn't pinch run to steal a base. Matt just trying to get another run in case Kapler or Pena found a gap, or even first to third when Kapler was up there. Now in this situation, try to score on a double.
2-2, and Pena takes it wide. Curveball that missed the outside part.
Yep, outside. It's a good take right there.
So the count is full with 2 outs. And now Joyce will get a chance to break.
Yeah, he'll go.
A shot toward the gap in right center field, drops in for a base hit. Drew back to second, and over to third goes Joyce. And the Rays do get a first and third out of Pena's base hit.
Well, by taking that last pitch, Carlos Pena got it. Looked like a little cutter on that one. Ball was up. Matt in motion will easily get to third base right here. And J.D. Drew gets it back in.
Now Terry Francona comes out to make a pitching change. Depth. Text your vote to 789-789. Standard message and data rate supply. Soriano has been loosening in the bullpen for quite a while, so long that he had to take a rest. And Andy Sonnenstein's been throwing down there as well as Robert Manuel gets the call from the Boston bullpen.
Well, and Andy's up just in case this game becomes a 4-run game. Sean Rodriguez finds a gap or hits a long ball.
Sean Rodriguez to face Manuel. And he fouls the first one back. Manuel was up earlier with the Red Sox for a short stretch, but did not pitch, and then was recalled Friday and made his Red Sox debut Saturday against Baltimore. Gave up a 2-run homer. One ball, one strike. He was up briefly with the Reds last year, got into 3 games. Two and one. Manuel's from Houston. Spent some time at Sam Houston State. A high pop foul. That's going to be out of play, and the count goes to 2-2.
Oh, he got a cookie, too. Sean knows it. He's upset at himself. It was a home run pitch. 85 miles an hour, right in his wheelhouse. Head down on it, just got underneath it.
2 on, 2 out. Two to Sean, and he fouls this one back.
It's another mistake pitch. But he stayed alive. A breaking ball.
The 4th Red Sox pitcher of the night. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Sean Rodriguez. Rays get a run on the leadoff home run.
average, 170 batting average against. Been absolutely outstanding. He's got 8-9-1 as far as the lineup.
That means Bill Hall will open it. Benoit worked 1 inning, struck out 2. And here's Soriano to face Hall. Pitch is upstairs. A ball and no strikes. And Soriano right there. That's how he stacks up in the AL saves leaderboard. Soria of Kansas City, 23. And that's Soriano and Felice of Texas. This pitch is high, 2-0. Kevin, you have word on Mariano Rivera.
Right, Mariano Rivera just found out has pulled himself out of the All-Star game. He's been pitching with a knee problem, and he's going to stay back in New York. He's not even going to attend the festivities in Anaheim. And what the rule is, the next highest player in the voting, pitcher in the voting, by apparently the players, will be selected. And hopefully it's Rafael Soriano.
Soriano has fallen behind Hall here, 3-0. Him. Soriano walks Hall on 4 pitches to start the inning.
Your attention, please. Entering for cash. Number 54, Darnell McDonald.
Here's McDonald now to hit for cash. Darnell McDonald.
Well, words of encouragement from Carlos Pena to Rafael Soriano. McDonald has some power. And that's what he's up there to do right now. Drive the ball.
There's a strike. Soriano worked the 9th inning last night when he got Scutaro and Patterson. And then Ortiz got the base hit. Soriano got Euclid to end it. Miss by McDonald. 0-2, missed the slider.
A little bit up in the zone. McDonald underneath it. Velocity tonight, not quite what we usually see from Rafael.
By much there.
Wow.
With a fastball. Here's another look at that pitch.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch, 0-2. That's too close to take for most hitters. Apparently not for McDonald. That hit the outside corner in the overhead shot.
And that's a pitch that Hoy has not given at all tonight. Swing and a miss. McDonald is out on strikes. So that's strikeout number 10 for Rays pitching tonight.
Comes back with the slider right there over the inside part of the plate. Good depth to it.
Now Marco Scutaro. Scudaro's been on base 3 times, a couple of hits and a walk, and 1 for 7 lifetime against Soriano. He's after the first pitch, fouling the fastball.
I think he had his eyes on that hole over there on the right side too. Seen him go that way tonight a couple of times. Big hole over there holding Bill Hall on, and you don't really have to with a 2-run lead because his run doesn't mean anything.
This went just a bit wide.
However, you do keep the double play in order also, and that would help eliminate David Ortiz hitting in this inning. let alone Eric Patterson. David.
1-1 count. It's low. 2 balls and a strike. Soriano pitched an inning in Saturday's game. Pitched an inning Sunday. Pitched an inning last night.
Yeah. Back
out here tonight.
Yeah, 4th time now in a row, and that's why his fastball's about 89, 90.
There's a strike. Fastball at 90. For that, now 4 days in a row, and really 5 out of 6.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. I think that's why Joe had Andy Simonstein up, just in case they got more than a 3-run lead in the bottom of the 8th. But these are important games against the Red Sox.
And a fly ball into center field. He got a little extra on that fastball in, and Scudero skies to Upton in center.
Yeah, she did. He got a 92 on this one, and he got it up. Good pitch. Look at Soriano. He knows it's an out. He's not even looking. He's just like ice out there. He's kind of fun to watch.
Two outs. Runner at first. Eric Patterson.
Now Carlos is going to play behind, and I was waiting for that, especially with Patterson, because Bill Hall's run means nothing. You don't want that hole open on the right side. Let him take second base. It doesn't mean a whole lot.
And Jason Bartlett called time as Longoria wasn't sure that the Pena was exactly positive where they wanted him defensively, and so that's some heads-up play right there.
Absolutely. You want to take a base hit away, and especially a double.
Takes the pitch outside as Hall takes second on indifference.
That's why Carl Crawford's home run was huge. Give him a 2-run cushion here in the 9th.
Another count to Patterson. And he swings, fouls the fastball straight back. And boy, it is Patterson. He's looking for the long ball, especially now, and he took a big cut right there.
Absolutely, and he got a fastball up, and a little bit more on it again from Soriano. Rafael getting it up to 92 right there. We've seen him hit 93, 94, sometimes 95.
1-1 the count. Oakland scored a run in the bottom of the 1st to take a 1-0 lead on New York. Game just underway. And a shot toward left center field. That ball's going to be in there and will one-hop the fence. It's going to be extra bases. Patterson's going to dig for 3, and the play will not be made at third. Hall scores to make it 3-2 as Patterson triples into the gap in left center field. So the Red Sox aren't finished yet.
Well, he hits that ball down. That's a good piece of hitting right there. That's down. That's not a bad pitch from Soriano. That's off the outside corner and down. But Patterson, we know, and we've seen as a low ball hitter, but he goes with it. And he hustles for 3 all the way. And that does make a difference, because now it puts pressure on John Jaso to make sure he keeps pitches in front of him.
Well, I'll tell you, from what we've seen of Patterson, this guy can hit. And now Ortiz will be intentionally walked again.
Well, it's the right move. You got to let the young hitter be the guy. If he's going to beat you, then so be it. But David Ortiz, you know he can beat you.
This will be the 3rd consecutive intentional walk issued to Ortiz since Euclid left the game.
And David Ortiz is 2 for 3 with the home run off of Soriano, so it makes it pretty easy for the manager to make this decision.
So Ortiz goes to first. Patterson's aboard at third. Joe Madden headed to the mound here before the Rays right-hander Soriano faces Romero.
Now you'll have a pinch runner, too, and that's what makes it tough, because now Pena does have to hold the runner on. That's going to be Mike Cameron, the pinch runner. And you're facing a left-handed hitter in Romero.
So Romero will be the hitter. Ortiz left it for the runner, Mike Cameron. Cameron at first and Patterson at third in what is now a 3-2 game. And here's Newman Romero.
Yep, and he has pulled the ball on the ground to the right side twice. Once to second and once to first.
And a swing and a miss on a fastball. Strike one. That fastball at 93.
Soriano airing it out now. He's getting his velocity back, and that had some tailing action to it as well. Look at this pitch. A little late movement away.
Here goes Cameron. The pitch hit on the ground to second. Rodriguez has it. Rays win. Rays are winners on the ground ball. Rodriguez to Pena off the bat of Camaro. And the Rays win it 3-2. They've taken the first two games of the series, and the Rays win their 50th game of the year. In the ninth for Boston, a run, one hit. They lead two, and the Rays win this one 3-2. Neiman's going to get the win. That'll be his seventh of the year. He is 7-2, and a save number 23 for Soriano. And boy, his workload has been very heavy the last week. So the Rays at the moment 50-33, a game and a half back of New York. Boston at the moment 3 back, and the Yankees are playing tonight in Oakland. Right now, let's go to the field. Here's Todd Callis.
Dwayne, thank you so much. Carl, a week ago, you had just lost the first game to Boston. Since then, you've won 6 out of 7. This team kind of turned a corner on that last road trip, you think?
Yeah, it seems like we're playing better, and we've been getting wins, and we went through a little bad time earlier in the month, June, and now it seems like things are rolling for us again.
Great to have you back and healthy in the lineup. Did that little time off do any good for you? Do you feel even stronger now going into the break than maybe you normally would?
I feel the same pretty much. I'm definitely not tired. Really, when you get 3 days off like that, it definitely helps you feel a little bit stronger. So I'm probably a little more fresher than I'm normally am at this time. But I'll take it.
You had 3 hits last night. Tonight, it was a 1-run game when you came up against Okajima. The guy who's had some success against you. What was your game plan tonight, and what'd you see?
I was just trying to get a hit off of him, but I don't even think I've ever gotten a hit off of him. So I was just happy that I finally got one off of him, and it happened to put our team up, enough to where we can get the win.
You actually did have one other one, but yeah.
But it's 2. I know I didn't have too many of them. I hate when he comes in against me.
Well, what about, I know he gave up a run tonight, but you've seen a lot of closers since you've been here in Tampa Bay. Is Rafael Soriano maybe the guy you've had as much confidence as anybody in that ninth inning?
He hasn't given up a save for us yet, knock on wood, but, he's definitely been good for us, and he's one of the best I've seen play for the Rays so far, so I just hope he can continue to do well for us.
Last night, you guys moved into second. If you keep things rolling and stay strong going into the All-Star break, I've got to think that's a big boost for where things might be coming out of the break.
It is. We want to try to finish strong going into the break. And I don't know if we're going to catch up, but we definitely want to stay close and finish strong. And hopefully the second half we can make another run.
Thanks, CC.
All right, big man.
Carl Crawford, big home run, gave the Rays a 2-run lead, and they would need that as they end up winning 3-2. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, you're right, Todd. Carl had gone 1 for 15 lifetime against Okajima before he hit that home run. Turns out to be the game winner. 3-2. Back in a moment.